Hi guys, just following on from the last vlog I did, thanks very much for the comments and everybody who requested to carry on doing what I'm doing. So here goes. I think the first thing to do, rather than being out in the field, I thought is you need to understand some of the dials on the camera. So here we go, I'll just bring you a little bit closer. Most cameras will have this on, okay? Now the first setting, it's on, I shall just change it. Most people are on auto, where you just pick your camera up, focus, fire away, does everything for you. Now if you want to get off that, the next one is, these are semi-automatic things, okay? Scene mode, you'll have sunset, sunrise, portraiture, night portrait, macro, etc. Go through them, you can flick through them via the menu and it all automatically produce the best exposure, shutter speed, etc. to take that picture. Next one on there is a long, you can see like a long oblong. That is based for pano. Okay, so basically you put it on there, take your shot, and then you can do a nice panoramic. And there's usually a graph that shows you how fast you're going on the back of your live view, and that will produce a nice long panoramic view. Next mode on here is basically the movie mode. And you've all got a red button on this, only it's on the side where you can just shoot a movie if you like. The numbers, 1, 2, 3, that's a little bit more advanced. They're custom settings, but if you're watching this, that's too advanced at the moment. Okay. Next mode is a P. Okay, most cameras have the same sort of symbols. Okay, P is program mode. Gives you a little bit more control because you can actually change your aperture or your shutter speed if you want. That's a good mode to start off with, because always remember it's digital. You're not using film anymore, so you're not confined just to 24, 36 exposures. It's digital. You can have up to 1,000 depending on your car. So have a shot, yeah, don't like it, I'll change something, have another go, just play about. That's how you learn. Next one is a very, very good, okay, it's A, or if you're using a Canon, it's usually AV. What it means is aperture. Now the aperture, I'll see if I can show you, I'll switch on. Okay, and if you look right in the middle there, if I change that, you might be able to hopefully pick up the iris of the camera going right down. As I'm going all the way down to 22, it shuts down, there's not enough light in it. I'll open it back up and you can see it starting to open up. It's how much light is getting in to your camera. Okay, that's a good one to go with. A lot of professional photographers will also tell you they use that on some occasions. Okay, portraiture or whatever, maybe, unless you've got more time to spend when you be fully manual, which is where you want to go in the end. But aperture, okay, and I'll show you how that works when I'm out. Next one is S. If it's a Canon you're using, that'll be TV. Okay, I don't know why, but TV or S on most of them means the same thing, and it's shutter speed. That way you can set the shutter speed and the camera will do everything else. Set the correct aperture, the correct ISO, etc. Just like in the one before, aperture, where you can set the aperture, where the camera will set the shutter speed and the ISO for you. Okay, great if you're doing waterfalls, you want to slow it down, get a bit of milkiness, that's the one to go for. But the slower you go, of course, you might need a tripod, because it might be a little bit of camera shake, you might not be able to hold the camera. So, but it gives you more use. And then the next one, which is where you want to end up, which is where I mainly shoot on, is M, and that means it's manual completely, and you have got complete utter control over the camera where you set everything. There's 3 things you have to balance up mainly in photography, and that's the shutter speed that we talked about, the aperture, how much light gets in, and the ISO. ISO's a sensor, how much light hits the actual the sensor. I'll try and show you now. Let's just put that onto ISO, there we go. So I am now on ISO 100, which is a decent starting point. So if I want to change that, hopefully you can see through here, through the live view as I change. Let's just go onto there, onto there. Right, I'm going to toggle. As I go lower, it should automatically go darker. Now it's gone onto the highest ISO, you can see it's now gone white. So from there I'll come down. Okay, and it'll slowly but surely start getting into focus. There you go, things are starting to come a little bit more into focus. Where are we now? Down to ISO 64. So that gives you an idea basically of what ISO is. I'll go through one at a time in more detail and show you on the live view, as I say, when we're out and about, and one at a time so it doesn't confuse you. Okay, so that's the starting point. See you next time. Thanks very much. All the best.